I think, right, bro, let's do it this way. 4, 3, 2, 1. You review your list first for the top 4.
So I think in 4th position, right, I'll go with...
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. I am your host Eldad and I'm joined by my fellow Kaki bro Paul this week. So how are you doing, bro?
I'm not doing too badly. How are you?
I'm okay. Had a fun like kind of rest day. I played Mafia Old Country and I completed it in like 2 days.
I think that's something I will look forward to in my retirement years. Playing old games Playing games I never played, like, in my during this period of time.
There'll be a point where you will have the chance to, but I think now it's not. I think for me it's because I had a time and it came out like just the eve of national day, so I played it over like the next 4 days since I wasn't doing much and I had time. Right? It's like I would say that to not spoil people, I'm happy with it. It's a kind of like a throwback to old linear games, which is a good thing, but it's not totally overcomplicated. So yeah, I'm quite good and quite happy with that. Nothing too much other than that. It was quite quiet this weekend.
I think that's good to hear, bro.
Other than the fact that today it rained in the morning and I got blackout curtains and I needed sleep. So
and then you had an off day again.
Yeah, half day again, and I KO for like 9 hours, bro, 9, 10 hours. I was like, yes, that's a very happy day.
That's the best.
Nice day. So, but I mean like, bro, so what have you been doing other than what you've been doing? I kind of don't really know.
Nothing much. Just that this weekend was the National Day weekend, right? So I didn't really go out much. I think just in the morning on Saturday, I went to watch Superman.
You finally watched it?
I finally watched it, bro.
This conversation has been going on for like the past like 1 month.
Yeah, so I think it's not a bad show. But I think I've seen better Superman movies.
I won't comment. I think like I haven't watched it yet, but I'll just wait a while when like it's not as overexposed. I think it's gonna be overexposed anyway, so I'm just gonna keep my guns right, because Superman was my favorite superhero when I was younger. And then when I got older, Batman became my favorite superhero, because I always say when you're a kid you love Superman, but when you're an adult you understand Batman.
You want to be Batman, yeah.
And you want to be Batman. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for the introduction. Moving on to today's main topic, which is top 4 predictions, or like more or less like predictions for the EPL season. Today, me and Paul are going to predict 3 things: the EPL top 4, the relegation, and then we are going to predict who's going to win the Golden Boot, which from what I see this year, right, is probably going to go to one person again, but we shall see. I'm not going to keep too much comments for that, right? We didn't intend to have what's going on, but I think maybe I just want to just bring up something, which was basically that the fact that as a United fan, right, this Manchester United transfer window has kind of been like a bit wild. I don't really understand what's happening. It's very confusing, but I'm not complaining. It's just that it's something that if you were told, I think a lot of United fans, right, like at the beginning of like the transfer window, or like just even like before the Club World Cup, will we get Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo in one window? Before the season starts, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Yeah. So I think like maybe let's just make this a quick what's going on, right? So Paul, I don't know like what's going on in United suddenly, and plus the fact that we're linked to Baleba and Donnarumma, which kind of blows my mind already.
Yeah, so I think the fact that they said they didn't have much money to spend, right? Actually, it's quite shocking, because we spend like at least an average of 60 million per player.
Yep.
So it's about close to 180. And then we are the only club, right, that hasn't sold anyone. I mean, yes, we took players off our books.
Yes.
But in terms of revenue generated based on sales, right, we are at 0, bro.
We're at 0. I think like we got, even if let's say we had all the money from all the sell-on clauses, right, it's still not enough to actually like, in a sense fund a lot of the transfers. But I did understand that United are safe from PSL because they put Cunha under last year's books. So essentially only Sesko and Mbeumo are on this year's books, and I think they both signed 5-year contracts, right, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But so I think the only crazy thing is, right, we are still paying installments for Højlund, Xerxes, Anthony, and Onana.
Yeah. So
That's
I
crazy.
think which is what I think they're trying to do. I think they're trying to get rid of Onana and they're trying to get Højlund off the books, which is one thing. Then also what they look to do, right, is basically for every player that you loan out, right, the club that is taking the player likelihood is going to take a higher percentage of the salary, not 100%, which is what they did with Rashford and Barcelona. So essentially,
100%, right?
Yeah, they're clearing all the money off the books and saving that whole thing for that season. So imagine, right, one whole season, I save Marcus Rashford 300 plus thousand a week, which is a lot of money.
It's equates to what? For 15 million, bro, a year.
A year, which basically you can keep that and then you can use it for other purposes.
But I think, like, just maybe not. Let's just focus about the menu outgoings, but it's more of the how intense and active they have been in this transfer window. Yeah, I think it's quite insane considering that we bought a totally front new attacking tree compared to what we started off last season.
Yeah,
and the fact that we are linked with Baleba and Donnarumma. Yeah, I think like just two episodes ago, I was talking about this Carlos Baleba.
Yeah,
as the prospects to watch. Right? Yeah. So I think it's pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I heard the player wants to come. The only obstacle that I would think is
money.
Brighton will demand like half a leg.
Correct. So it's funny because if let's say you're talking about Cunha's probably maybe the pricing would have been off the board. So probably if they paid by installment, they started from the previous season. So means that his installment for the first year is already paid. Sesko and Mbumo, you break it up, is maybe about 30 million plus for 30 million for both. And then you get Baleba, you break it up someone that's 20, that's 50 million. And then you maybe pay Donnarumma up from so 80 million. So technically, right, United probably there's a chance that United may spend less than 100 million based on installments in the first season, in one window, which is not too bad.
I don't really know the breakdown of the transfers so far. I think it's just that the fact that they managed to make it happen. It's a sign that they're really taking this rebuilding culture seriously.
Yeah, yep. And the fact now that they've redone Carrington with
bro, I saw
with better facilities, right? Basically leaves the players like Dalo said there's no excuse now already because Ronaldo complained about facilities, So you can just say like, oh, the facilities are old or they're not good enough, right? Now you're talking about like everything's upgraded to what they wanted, which was basically from what we understood is the players were consulted. So now I give you everything, you got no excuse not to do well.
Yeah, I think you really got to thank Ronaldo for that.
Correct. So it's interesting. We'll keep the tracks on United for the next few weeks because the transfer window, I think it closes end of August, right?
Yep.
End of August, the transfer window is going to close. So we are going to look into that and whether or not Baleba and Donnarumma actually do become United players this season. I don't think they're going to get the deal settled this week, but we've seen things that are more random than that. So let's just leave it at that. Okay, so now let's talk about the Community Shield. Right? Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace on penalties. Salami's colour skied one, and then Henderson saved 2 penalties. So Borsai scored one to keep them in it, but at the end of the day, Palace won the Community Shield, right? So Dean Henderson's a hero again. And then I would say, right, maybe Van Dijk was the villain in this game because technically both mistakes led to the 2 Palace goals in normal time.
Yeah, but a bit tough to say because you see the way Crystal Palace were attacking. The players were so fast, man.
Yeah.
Jean-Philippe Mateta, Ismaila Sarr, what a performance yesterday. Yeah, at times I realized the Liverpool wingbacks were bombarded far too forward. That led to them being counter-attacked quite often. I think Ismaila Sarr managed to get a ball from the middle. Yeah, Andy Waterwater, and then he just tapped the ball in.
Okay, so I do think that if let's say you have pace, you may have an advantage on this Liverpool team because I think the one thing that we have to consider here, right, is that it's not Trent and it's not Robertson anymore already. The 2 new ones like Kaki and Frimpong are not as experienced as the other 2.
I think they're fast, but I think at times they can get caught up because they are so far forward,
Yeah, correct. Whereas like in previous years, right, you kind of had the stability with the 2 wing backs because they kind of know when to go up, when to stay back, and how the centre backs work. I think now the main thing is because the defense, they look a bit shaky is because I think this is the first real time they're playing together in a proper competitive match.
Yeah, like, you don't count the previous preseason games.
I don't count the previous, proper competitive match, first one officially, right? And you can see that they're still kind of trying to figure out together because the Sarr goal, right, was because I think Van Dijk wanted to move outside, but the line didn't shift.
Yeah, and then he just tapped the ball in.
Yeah, correct. So it was, this I think, right. So I don't know, will you consider VVD the villain because of the penalties and the coming out of position, or do you think
See, it's tough to say because it's a preseason game. Like if you do this in the EPL game, definitely the fault lies with you lah, for sure. But it's just that in a way, it's a community shield. At times, people make mistakes.
Yeah.
They don't really get that much of a backlash. It's just that unfortunately it led to the equalizer lah, to the goal that came 2-2.
Yeah, agreed.
And then
but,
I think Palace did well lah. You know, they always do well in Wembley in knockout games like that.
Yeah, it's their second trophy in 4 months, which is kind of surprising, right? But overall, right, Palace played super well. I feel like considering how strong this Liverpool team is, but you can still see Liverpool still going right. But Palace, you could see that the vision is coming together already because they're a good team. They are far better than what they were during Roy Hodgson.
For sure, bro. Anytime is better than that. Yeah, and their players are good, you know, like the Adam Morton, Kamada, even their right wing back, the Munoz. Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, yes, Mark Gui also, but I think he had a very unfortunate moment at the end. I think he was like cramping up. So I think he didn't manage to pull through to the penalty shootout.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what Ned said previously, right? It's like Liverpool's bogey team is
Crystal Palace.
Yeah. So it's very difficult to kind of say like, oh, they're gonna win this game easily. I think that for the time being, right, Palace fans can be proud because really, honestly, the way that they played, right, they did deserve to win it in like normal time, right? But just that when Frimpong's like the deflection with the second goal, right, it was kind of like sway lah, and then the way the ball just went, right. But if you were to look at it as a totality, right, I would say that Palace did deserve to win in normal time, but also it's not to say that they didn't deserve to win this game at all. Like Liverpool didn't deserve to win also, because I think both of them played quite well.
I think a draw and a full time is fair lah. Then when they reach to penalty shootout, right, like how I predicted it will be, then it's a game of heads or tails anyway.
Yeah, fair point. So like before we end off this portion, right, like I just want to ask you, right, do you think Palace will finish higher than what they did last year?
It actually depends. Depends on whether they lose Eze and Mark Gui.
I don't think they're losing them this year.
If you take a look at the news, right, I think if you see Eze is linked to Spurs, and then I think the Crystal Palace board or manager, right, they say that realistically they don't think they can keep Mark Gui this summer, but we shall see lah. Yeah,
understand. Fair point. Palace finished 12 last season, and
I mean the fact that they have a European competition this year. So it goes back to the topic again of whether they have enough players to play 2 competitions again.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I think that's it for this one, right? I think we'll move on to the next segment. So moving on, today we're gonna do the top 4 predictions, the relegation predictions, and then a Golden Boot prediction for the both of us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it up into segments. Basically, we're gonna do top 4. Paul's gonna read this. I'm gonna read my list. Then we're gonna explain why. Relegation, same thing, and then Golden Boot prediction. So I think, right, bro, let's do it this way. 4, 3, 2, 1. You review your list first for the top 4.
Okay. So I think in 4th position, right, I'll go with Chelsea. I think building on to what they finished last season, they reinforced their squad quite a bit.
Yeah.
In Liam Delap, João Pedro, and soon to be maybe Garnacho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they sold at least 160 million worth of players. For such a team that has such a big depth, right, to offload players is always a good thing.
Yeah.
So I think, and building on that, they already have Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. Like all these players are proven already. Pedro Neto. Yeah. So I think they will take it up one notch up from their Conference League victory, right? So I think they will finish in 4th place this season. This is my explanation.
Okay.
Third, I will go with it's a bit of a toss up between 3rd and 2nd for me. But I will go with Manchester City.
Okay, I will see my list later. But
I think Man City will finish 3rd. Yes, they offloaded a few players like KDB. They brought in new transfers like Trafford. Okay, there's news that this Savinho is going to Spurs.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you saw that, right? And then Rodri is injured again. Yeah, so it boils down to problem number 1 again. All it takes is for them to have a bad start, right? And then in the blink of an eye, come September, October, they are chasing the league again. Yeah, it's tough, bro. Their signings have not been very, very strong
Yeah.
as compared to the other two clubs which I will mention later. I think they will improve from last season, but I think third place is a fair result for them.
Okay. All right. Second, I presume is
Bro,
that
second
team.
is gonna be the Arsenal, bro. Nothing to no hatred to Arsenal. I think I just feel that there's one team that really will outshine them this season. Will outshine everyone, not just Arsenal. Yeah, I think that they will blow the league away. Arsenal reinforce positions that their fans have been calling for like 3 to 4 years.
Yep, agreed.
Maybe 2 to 3 years late already, given that the competition ahead of them is so much higher now.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that they brought in Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Madueke, I don't know, a bit of a toss-up. Yeah, but these are good signings.
Yeah.
It's signings that Arsenal need. Will it get them to win the league? Maybe 2 years ago. With these signings, they would have won the league 2 years ago, for sure. Yeah, but now, I think, you can't deny who is arguably number one.
Yeah,
so I think
one.
that's the reason why I'm putting Arsenal in second.
Okay, number one?
Yeah, bro. It's going to be Liverpool. It pains me to say this, but it's going to be Liverpool, bro.
Yep.
Do you see the way they played the Community Shield yesterday? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, they lost the Community Shield, but the fact that they have like a Florian Wirtz was all over the place. Don't forget, they have like Szoboszlai in midfield, And then the striker, the Eke TK, right?
Yeah.
Bro, very clinical, bro. And it's like a different player from Darwin Núñez. Yeah. And then, not to mention, they are still going to buy one more player, bro.
I don't think it's going to happen,
Yeah, okay. But I think it will happen, bro.
They already told him he's not going to get sold,
Yeah, it's because I think it's tactics from Newcastle, bro. They want to jack up the price, which already they rejected 120 million bid. So I'm guessing they want more, like 140, 150. Yeah,
I think the playing question we're talking about is Alexander Isak. So
that's correct.
I think that if Liverpool paid off 150 million to Newcastle, right? Newcastle should take it. There is no reason why they shouldn't.
Bro, there's no player that's worth 150 million. Maybe there Prime CR7 or Prime Messi, yes.
There isn't but the thing is that the fact that you rejected 120, it means that the only price that you're willing to meet is 150. But you're talking about, let's say, price inflation. Like Noni Madueke, right? I think they paid about almost 60 million.
65, I think.
And I can 100% tell you, right, that Alexander Isak is worth double that valuation if you're going based if you're going based on like what 60 million will get you.
Yeah.
Versus 120 million. And you're talking about a striker at prime position. So I think that in olden days, right, like definitely if Madueke was 30 million, Isak's worth 80.
No, it's because it's because Liverpool spent 90 million on Ekitike. Yeah, yes. So that is the benchmark.
No, that's one also lah.
Yeah, and then the other two strikers that joined the league, right, which is Gyökeres for 70 million.
Yep.
Then Sesko around 70 million. So that is basically the market rate for the EPL strikers . But an EPL proven striker in the richest club in the league, you're not gonna get him for cheap.
Yep. It was 75 million euros for Gyökeres.
Yeah. And then roughly the same for Sesko also, right?
Sesko was about there also. So I get what you're saying. So it ends up, as it pains me, right, it's like Sesko was 85 million euros, 75 million pounds.
Yep. So I think it's not going to be cheap. That's why Isak. But if they do get him, and which I think they will blow the league away, bro.
Yeah, I do agree. But that's a hypothetical situation which will...
Okay, even if they don't get Isak, right?
They will still blow the league away.
They are still going to win the league, bro.
Yeah, I understand.
That is how far ahead, right, they are,
Yeah. I don't have any problem because, like, for me, right, my list is similar to yours, just that I have second and third spot. So, like, I had Chelsea in fourth. My reasoning was because I do think that overall as a team compared to last year, they are a lot better.
Yep.
But my questions were more or less like, okay, you signed João Pedro and you signed Liam Delap, but who's your main guy?
João Pedro, bro.
Yeah, João Pedro, right? But the thing is
maybe they will play two strikers, bro.
No, that's what I'm thinking. So is it two strikers? Is João Pedro gonna be like a 10, or the left a 9 and stuff like that, right? How are they gonna fit? So it's more or less like Liam Delap is the guy that you brought in to be your goal scorer, ma. Then João Pedro is like, you paid double the valuation for João Pedro over Liam Delap. So it's like it doesn't make sense if you're gonna start a guy that scores less over the guy that you brought in to be a striker, right? If both of them don't play. Yeah. So it's like I don't really know where that is. So that's where they have to kind of figure out what's the actual like long-term plan for the two of them. They did beat Milan 4-1, right? But everybody beat Milan. Like this
Milan shouldn't be a benchmark.
Yeah. But everybody beat Milan by scoring 4 goals. I mean, like Liverpool did it.
Yeah.
Liverpool
Chelsea
did it. Chelsea did it. So it's like it's not a very good benchmark. Third, I think I put Arsenal, right, just solely because I do feel that they haven't done enough for me to say that their squad is better than last year.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that they added Gyökeres, which was already a problem in of it itself that they needed to solve. Like I feel like Gyökeres is finally tipping over the putting the band-aid on a final cut, but it's not surgerying the whole like issue of them. Because what happens if, let's say, for example, Gyökeres goes on a run where he's not going to score? Like, you can't take the 30 plus goals a season from the Portuguese league and put it in EPL.
Yep. They are definitely better than how they looked last year.
Yep.
It's just that whether is it enough to go over the line.
Yeah, correct. And like I've said my stuff about like Madueke, right? I don't think he's an upgrade over Sterling Trossard
or Martinelli, bro.
Yeah, like it's like just adding an expensive squad player. So to me, the reason why I put them third, right, is literally because I do think that they've gotten better by adding Gyökeres, but everything else remains the same.
Yeah.
And I don't think Zubimendi is a huge like upgrade over like
Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey.
But he's good,
He's good.
Yeah, he's
but
really
I don't
good.
think that. I don't think that,
definitely needs time to prove himself. But from what I see, right, he's a good player, bro.
No, it will take time, right? But I don't think the upgrade is huge. You get what I mean?
That's why I say it remains to be seen, bro.
Yeah, like it's like, okay, I might be wrong. I might be wrong because my prediction record is not good, but I'll just get it. But okay, so that's one thing, right? The second thing, right, I feel that is that in comparison to Man City, which I put higher, right, I do think that City, what they've added is significantly better than Arsenal, and I don't think it can get worse than what happened last year. So like, I think Chucky is a good signing.
Chucky, Aït-Nouri
is a good signing
at
left back because finally they can kind of have a proper left back or a proper wing back.
They've been playing makeshift left backs from like one and a half seasons. Really.
After they let go Cancelo, they've been playing makeshift left back. Like Gvardio's been playing left back, Ake's been playing left back.
Yeah.
Now they finally got a proper left back. Reinders is a good addition. Yep. I do think. So even with, let's say, Rodri out, I think Reinders will kind of find a way to do okay. Haaland and Mamouche, I think they're going to be fine. Haaland is Haaland. So I'm not gonna say much. I'm not gonna say much other than that, right? Because in comparison to Arsenal, I do think that they have a slight edge in what they've upgraded and what they added in. That is improvement over what they had last year, but they're nowhere close to who I have at number one, which is Liverpool. I mean, let's be frank. Let's be frank. Chucky, Reinders, right, and Aït-Nouri, right. It's not Frimpong words. Milos Kerkez, Ekatike.
What renewal of Salah and Van Dijk?
Renewal of Salah and Van Dijk. They're nowhere close, bro.
Yeah.
It's different, And you got rid of Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, actually, it's not a bad thing to offset the books, lah.
Yeah, correct.
For 55 million for someone who don't start as often as before.
Yeah,
I think not a bad deal.
Yeah, I agree. And like Cody Gakpo, he's gonna come into his own. I feel on the left wing. So essentially, right. In comparison to the rest, Liverpool's upgrades really got a lot. It really made them a much better team on paper.
Yeah, quite thin yet is the
defenders. Yeah, that's the only thing. But if you have a defense that can basically work together and communicate, and they don't get injured and they're healthy, right? I think technically they're fine. Yeah, I don't really.
It's just that the number of games,
yeah,
which is more than the previous season, I think, because they are playing more Champions League games, and everything.
Correct. And they got a new goalkeeper also. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Like, I find it very hard to pronounce his name.
Yeah, because after they show Kelleher, right?
Yeah. What's the goalkeeper's name? The very, very long... That's why it's very hard to pronounce his name. Guys, I'm sorry, right? I'm trying not to butcher his name. Mamadashvili. Mamadashvili and Kavishie are the two hardest names to pronounce. Cavalier is like they are two so hard to pronounce, right? But yeah, I think I think we can generally agree that the top four will be these four. I don't really have much of a problem because I think Nottingham Forest is a one-off. I don't think Newcastle's going to drop off because their window's been horrendous.
Yep.
They're not really added.
Everyone's rejecting them.
Everybody's rejecting them. I really don't see any other top four other than this. I think United's not ready to get in yet. Maybe Man U, right? 7-6 at this moment.
In Conference League, maybe got a chance.
Conference League, maybe a Europa League spot, but I don't think they're going to get the top four. So that's why we've left United out. So I'm going to repeat. So your top four is basically Chelsea fourth, City third, Arsenal second, Liverpool first. Mine is Chelsea fourth, Arsenal third, City second, and then Liverpool first. I've said Arsenal second so many times to a point where it just becomes a muscle memory. So I think that's it. That's what we're going to put aside for relegation, bro.
Oh, bro.
18, 19, 20.
18, 19, 20, yeah.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20.
Sunderland, Leeds, Burnley.
Wait, so Burnley's going to finish last?
Yes.
Ooh,
Bro,
okay, why?
Their goalkeeper, they lost James Trafford.
That is true.
Like I said in the previous years, within the league, right, the gap is going to be so big.
Yeah.
Okay, I tell you now, right, bro, the top 6 teams, right, let's say top 6 to the mid-table team, right, the gap is getting bigger. How can you compare Liverpool to Brentford? Right, Brentford last year was good, right? But they lost so many players.
Yeah.
So the gap is
getting bigger.
Yeah.
It's really
and
very
then it doesn't help like freshly promoted teams because technically their core is still made up of championship players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the addition of maybe 2 or 3 Premier League players, that's all. So I'm just being mean lah, but I would say these are the 3 that will go down.
Okay. I have the same 3 teams, right, but my own different order. I went 18, 19, so it's Leeds, Burnley, Sunderland. So Sunderland's gonna finish last. And
Sunderland got the Granit Xhaka, right?
Don't make a difference, bro. No, okay. My logic is because, right, like here's my reasons. I think Leeds, right, they're gonna be the highest of the 3 because they scored 95 goals last year. So my whole thing is that if you can score 95 in the Championship, I think you can kind of get some goals in the Premier League. It's not going to be as 95, but maybe you can get maybe like 30 like maybe 40 something goals in the Prem. Burnley, right, the reason why I put them second, right, is although they had the best defense last year by conceding 16 goals, right, they only scored 69 in the Championship. 69 goals in the Championship compared to Premier League, right, is
like almost
going to be a disaster.
Less than half.
It's going to be like less than 20.
Yeah.
Like 20 plus is not good. That is not a good sign, right? And then Sunderland got 58 goals. So like 95, then the drop off becomes 69 and then 58. And then the only reason why Sunderland got through, right, was not because automatic, it was because they won the playoff. So
that's why they got the money to spend.
Correct. So they won the playoff and they got money to spend, right? So that's the only reason why. But other than that, right, like Sunderland did struggle to score goals. 58 goals in the Championship is not a lot when you equate it to EPL, to the Premier League.
Actually, okay. I think out of these 3 teams, right, I think Burnley and Sunderland, they made the most realistic transfers. I think Burnley signed Dubravka from Newcastle. They signed, they have access to NCB. They even signed Armando Broja from Chelsea.
Yep.
Yeah, but the guy also unproven in EPL. He's very well known for being a bench player at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then Sunderland, they have the Granit Xhaka and Simon Adingra from Brighton. Flair players, but whether they can survive as a team or not, let's see.
No, I agree. Because I look at it more towards like, if you get a goalkeeper replacement for like Burnley, right, but your problem is you don't score a lot, but you concede little, right? I think you can kind of get away with one or two wins.
Yep.
Or like maybe 1 or 2 draws. But the fact that you cannot score goals, right, is going to be your detriment at the end of the day. I think Leeds, right, they're going to score goals.
Because a lot of them played in the league before.
Yeah.
Like Melier, Ben James, Bamford.
Yeah.
All this, right? Remember? Yeah. Ethan and Padu.
Yeah. So I don't see a problem. It's just that whether they can even survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did survive for a while, right? Like 1 or 2 seasons.
1 or 2 seasons, right? Then it just went. Then it just went
fell
off.
Yeah. Because
really fell off.
Their style of play was too back and forth already.
Yeah.
So you cannot. It's not sustainable in the league.
Not sustainable at Premier League level, but it's okay at Championship. Yeah, so I think that's where we are, right? So I'm gonna recap, right? So yours is what? 18 to 20, right?
Sunderland,
Is
Burnley.
Sunderland,
Sunderland,
Sunderland Leeds,
Leeds.
Burnley, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's Sunderland 18, Leeds 19, Burnley 20th. Mine is Leeds 18, Burnley 19, Sunderland 20th.
Yep.
So we shall see that. But I think like for us, right, it's kind of given that you have a specific top four that I think is going to be the same, and then the bottom three is just going to get relegated back down already.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't need much more. So next one up, last one before we close off, Golden Boot, and how many goals?
Okay, it really depends on where Alexander Isak goes, right?
Yeah.
But I will still put Mohamed Salah, bro. 30 goals.
30 goals.
Because he will still be the main man for penalties, counter attacks. Who else will be better than Salah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, maybe the goals will be more divided. But I still think he will win the Golden Boot.
Okay. That's not a bad shot. I somehow have a feeling, right? Like, I think Haaland will win. I do think Haaland will win, but I don't think the goal scoring number is going to
be as Xiao as his first season.
It won't be a sell, but I don't think it's going to. I don't think, right, even with Salah there, right, I don't think it's going to be 30 goals. I think maybe it's going to be 22 to 25.
Because it's more divided.
Yes, I think it's going to be about, maybe Haaland can win the Golden Boot with maybe 23 to 24 goals. Like, thereabouts. Because I do think that the goals are going to be more divided because he's finally going to have a striker that can actually maybe score goals with Ekatike if Isak goes to Liverpool. I think that with City, he's still going to get service, which is going to be better. And he's a natural finisher, so I don't think that's much of a problem. But I don't think the number tally is going to be over 30. I think it's going to be not even going to pass 25. I think it's going to be 22 to 23 like that. That's my prediction. So I think, that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recap everything. So our top four for Paul is going to be Chelsea at 4th, City 3rd, Arsenal 2nd, Liverpool 1st. For me, it was Chelsea 4th, Arsenal 3rd, Man City 2nd, and then Liverpool as the champions at the end of the season. Liverpool claiming both of us agree that Liverpool probably claim number 21. For relegation, for Paul, it was Sunderland, Leeds, Burnley, 18, 19, 20. For me, it was Leeds, Burnley, and then Sunderland, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. And then running off, Mo Salah with 30 goals for Paul's Golden Boot. For me, Haaland with about 23 goals for the Golden Boot. So, yeah, bro. I think let's move on to the last part of this episode, which is our match of the week. We're playing Arsenal on the first day of the season, bro. It's Man United versus Arsenal.
It's a good thing, actually.
At Old Trafford, right? I don't know, bro. Okay, I don't want to get my hopes up because as much as we've done well during our preseason, right, our defense is still crap.
Yeah, so I think it's a good. The reason why I say it's a good thing to play them straight away, right? Because I don't think they are all. Arsenal is like fully 100% also.
Yeah.
So it's a good sign, So I think rather than when you play them in hot form, right?
Yeah.
I think it's more taxing on that lah. So I think it's good. It's a good challenge for both teams to see where they truly are.
Yep.
Yeah, to see how well they are prepared over the preseason. It will be a battle of the new strikers.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we see how it goes.
Correct. So it's very, how to say, like when we want to go and get things into a certain situation, right? It's the type of situation where, okay, I'd rather get them early than get them later.
Yes.
So it's like,
I said that, correct.
It's better to, like what I say, it's better to play them in August than it is to play them in November, December. I'm not going to get my hopes up because the thing is that as much as we are playing them early, right? Our front three is still not fully like chemistry together yet. And I don't...
Sesko hasn't even played, bro.
Sesko hasn't played. So I don't think, honestly, the United fans, as much as you want to say Sesko play, right, I don't think Sesko's starting this game. Yep. He's not. It's probably either going to be Højlund or it's going to be Cunha as striker. Yeah. And highly likely, my prediction for that lineup is going to be Mount on the left, and Mbeumo on the right, and then Cunha in the middle with, I think is either Bruno and Ugarte in the middle or Bruno and Casemiro in the middle.
Yeah. I think facts lah. It's true. It's less like Sesko. You just try to treat Sesko as a completely new signing.
Correct.
Probably ease him in the second or third week of the
Correct.
league now. Yeah.
Correct. Which is easier now because we're not playing a lot of midweek games. So I think he has a full week of like training.
We're gonna be the most like one game a week.
We got no excuses this year, bro.
Yeah.
We got zero. But
actually it's a very good thing.
Yeah.
Because they just need to play one game. During the week they can literally work on training drills and everything.
Which means that they should improve faster than Yeah, they should improve faster compared to last time lah.
Yep.
I think like with regards to Arsenal, they have finally got Eucharist.
Yep.
Yeah, which is a good thing, right? But also, I do feel that in the past years, when United have played Arsenal, right, somehow Arsenal don't really like dominate. They win games, but we can still find a way to like kind of nick or draw them, or we can actually beat them. So with Eucharist, right, I think he's not fully fit yet. It's very obvious he's not fully fit, even though he did score like in the previous the previous he's not 100% there.
Yep.
And like adaptation might take a bit of time, but then again, it's Victor Eucharist, right? And I do think that strikers, right, if you're a little finisher, right, you shouldn't have problem adapting, because at the end of the day, right, it's just getting
how
you
strike the ball, ma. Yeah.
It's how you strike the ball and how you get in the space, ma. And Eucharist is strong, so I don't think that's much of a problem. What do they do with Havertz, or what do they do with the midfield now, right, with Zubomendi coming in? I don't really know. Yep. It's probably going to be something that they have to go and kind of figure out.
We spoke to Jordan on Friday, but he himself said also he don't know what to expect from he don't feel that they are title winning material yet, you know.
No lah, it's because I think
because he's not so many new faces. You don't know how they gel to the team.
Yeah, correct. And like is the question mark is like, are they really significant upgrades over what you already have already? So I think that's what people are saying, because Arsenal want to win now, or rather than they want to wait a couple of years lah. So before it goes off, predictions?
Draw 1-1, bro.
1-1. Yeah, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm just going to take it as a 1-1 draw. I don't really think that it's going to be a great game, but I also don't think that both class are not at the point where you can say that they're 100%.
Bro, what's going to happen, right, is come 65 minutes, you'll see players on the ground cramping.
Yeah. It's just like...
Because the intensity of the league haven't come back yet.
Yeah, correct. So we'll see. Like the first few weeks of the season, all just kind of looks like that direction. So we shall see. So with that, bro, we've come to the end of this week's episode of the Football Kaki. All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. For those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you, and we hope that you continue to watch our other shows, which are the Copy Bros every Monday, where we have some fun interviews lined up for you. And if you do like game shows, we do have the SG Draft podcast every Friday, where we come together and draft about different topics and have fun while we do it. You can actually go over to our Instagram and vote for your favorite teams. Every week you have the power to decide who wins and who loses. So with that, bro, you got anything else to add before we head off?
Football is back. Let's enjoy it, man.
Yes, football is back. I want to do a radio with you, right? I don't know how much. Maybe a meal or whichever, right? Let's decide. What's Sesko's number?
30, bro.
Okay, you say 30.
One copy ping,
Okay, you say 30,
I say 30, yeah.
I say 20.
Okay.
I say 20 lah, but we shall see. We shall see.
Coffee ice.
One coffee. We shall see. Starbucks or like
anything. The winner's choice. Yeah.
Winner's choice. Okay, we shall see. Yeah. So there's no actual limit lah. I hope he doesn't go and make me buy kopi luwak, but never mind. I will just keep quiet. So with that, we'll come to the end of this episode of the Football Kaki. Football is back. Have a great week ahead for all Man United and Arsenal fans. Our season either starts good or it starts horribly for both of us, or we can just leave happy with a draw. So with that, have a great week ahead. See you soon. Bye bye.